So, in the last video, I took off the headers, turbo, catalytic converter, found a lot of oil, so I ordered a seal kit / rebuild kit for that, and I ordered a turbo sump pump restrictor. I've read that that'll help save the turbo seals. I may or may not install it, but I'll have it. Something that I wanted to get to was to see how much damage I have on the front here. Something happened up here. I want to say it was hit somewhere up here that caused this to break and this section to be pushed back. So today I'm going to explore that and see what I need to replace, because all of this is broken and I don't know if this is an insert or if it's part of the bumper at large. But anyway, it's all coming off. So this is the washer fluid neck, and I don't know if it's supposed to go up here or not. I imagine that it would mount like this. So it looks like that's where it would mount, but maybe something happened that pushed it down. In any event, I'm going to remove any connectors to the headlights because the headlights are going to come off. So this one here, I'm going to take off. Let's see, do I just press this and pull? It would be nice if that were the case. All right, cool. I then removed all the electrical connectors that were on the back of the headlight assembly, but I didn't need to. Removing the big plug that I removed first was all I needed to do to disconnect the headlight assembly from the harness. Yeah, this car ain't going anywhere until I get the parts for the turbo, so taking off the battery is not going to hurt anything. Removing the battery will just give me more space to work. What? That is not a 10. Whatever this is broken. As is its companion right here. Oh, this one's kind of hanging in there. Let's see, what else is holding this light in? It looks like this side over here is captured by the bumper. So the bumper's coming off first, I guess. Well, the only thing on this side that is connected is this little clip here. Really? You're a 2016. You should behave better than this. Clips held this section in, but the pop is so violent it makes me nervous. But yeah, this one should be able to come out. All right, so most of the bumper on this side is free. Let's work our way around. I'm not sure if I had to remove all the plastic clips, but I took them out anyway. I am confused as to whether this is... Well, it's coming off. All right, let's go to the bottom. Would you look at that? Somebody already took it off for me. Wait a minute, is that everything? I think the front is nearly free. I gotta undo the fog lights, but I think that's about it. So these connections over here need to get disconnected. I should have done these first, but no worries, I can do them now. That was easier just to have down this way. Dadgummit, same deal. But this time I'm gonna correct it so I know what to do when I reinstall everything. If I just connect this one, the whole fog light assembly should be free. How do I disconnect it though? Yeah, so I just pulled it, well, it came out. I didn't really try to pull it out, but I think if I just disconnect it here, at least that's where I think it should come apart. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's where it comes apart. It just has never left its home, probably ever. So all of this can stay with the bumper. Play the same game on the other side. But apparently it's a different game on this side because there's some zip ties holding the bumper to this shielding right here. But I can snip them. And now we have a similar game. Damn, it's so small, I can't even get my finger in there. So I got it off, and I think that should be bumper free. So, can I just walk off with this bad boy now? No, there's one fastener I didn't get off. Just one. One right here that I hope behaves. And it does not want to behave. It seems to have experienced a bit of trauma in its life. I'm going to free you from this life. He does not want to cooperate. Uh-oh. Well, the bumper's off now. Well, the bumper should have came off like this. But nevertheless, it is off now. So, let's set it aside and see what's happening over here on this driver's side. And this piece, let's just say it lives up here and not with the bumper. This piece, well, it's dirty, but it seems to all still be there. I don't see any cracks or anything. I'll just clean it up and see if we can reuse it. Just sit it here for now. And this goes with the bumper. I'll make sure it stays together. Well, this piece, which was misaligned, is still misaligned. So I'm wondering if this is bent, and I really can't tell. Now, I don't know how much of this is supposed to be curved and how much is bent, because it looks like there's a slight curve to it, but this side could be bent in more than it should be. What are you getting caught on? Okay. Ah, that's broken. This thing is broken. I'll show you where it's cracked. So when whatever happened over here, this broke, and yeah, this looks to be a part that I can just take off with a few 10mm head bolts. The headlight is now free. I will need to replace it. And what is damaged up here is becoming more clear, because if this side and this side are supposed to look the same, this side is pushed back about an inch or so. And I might just be able to bend that back out with some channel locks. But I don't know what mounted to this. Yeah, I'm just going to keep massaging this until it mirrors the other side. But as I look at this section on this side, it seems like this section on this side is still intact. I don't see where there are any deformities, but this area here I may have to work with. Thankfully, this is the original part, and I believe that's the part number. And I can just go ahead and order one of these and use this as sort of a guide. This is Mac's Novice Body Shop. That was my little sister. She's coming over here to lift weights, i.e. pick up heavy stuff and put it back down. But like I was saying, I can use the new one of these because it will be rigid, unlike this one that's barely hanging on, to see where things should line up over here, because I can't even tell anymore. Yeah, so maybe it's not that bad. But then again, it could be bad, because I don't know if you remember, there's a big gap on this side between the hood and the fender. And if I make the reasonable assumption that this side is proper dimension and this one isn't, this whole area is pushed back a little bit. You can kind of see it from this angle, but just as an illustration, it sticks out just about, I don't know, a half a centimeter to a centimeter beyond the hood on this side. And on this side is pretty much flush with the hood. So this whole section just may need to go that way, a skosh. But it looks like this whole section, I could just unmount and mount on a new one. Find one of this secondhand or online, but I might just be able to just, I think I can just pull it. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. Was it that easy? It was that easy. So I think, at least comparing this side to the other, I think it is realigned. And I'm reasonably confident that the plastic that was malaligned earlier will now line up properly. But this is still a concern. Is the hood pulled away from the fender, or is the fender pushed away from the hood? Time for more comparisons. So I'm gonna take off this headlight to see if there's any clues as to what's happening on the other side. So So after looking and studying this front section for a while, so this is the passenger side, that plastic that wasn't aligning earlier. The plastic is pretty much centered about the hole. The driver's side is front to back aligned now, but it is not centered about the hole. If I'm going to use that as reference, that means that this section needs to go that way. And that would mean that the fender is moved away from the hood, more so than the hood being moved away from the fender. So I'm going to see if I can massage this back such that everything is aligned properly. Before I start applying pressure to these parts, something else I noticed. This section here, note the angle, how it's sitting there. This angle is a bit more, so that means this should kind of bend back up that way along with going that way. Oh, and as I do this, the fender, watch what it does. It kind of tries to go back to where it came from. So now that's just the lower section. This, I'm not so concerned about because bolted up, that's going to be where it's supposed to go anyway. It's this section here that needs to go that way. So I think I'm going to try and pull this section that way, and I think that'll get us there. I closed half the gap just by doing that. It cannot be that easy. The gap is almost gone now. It's an 1/8 of an inch gap on the other side. I have almost closed it, but I may have to pull on the inside to actually get it to go the rest of the way. Only because I know, am I going to try and make it better, but if I would have received the car or seen pictures with the car like this, I would have just unmounted the hood and tried to shift it, but I'm going to see if I can make it even the rest of the way. I don't know how much that is actual movement of this or it's just movement of this. Probably better off trying to do that. You know what? Wait a minute. That is almost there. So I'm thinking I just need to push it more up than in now. Now when I compare it to the other side, it's not an up or in movement that it needs now. It just needs to kind of go in that direction, like a diagonal. I don't know that I moved it much. I think it's just this little bit right here. Because when I compare this part to the other side, this still dips down a bit. So if I can bring that up without pushing it out, I think I may be golden. Just got a pry bar under here. Ooh, it's starting to look like the other side now. Oh, and as I push up, not only does it move this up, it also moves it that way. So just kind of massaging it. All right, let's see what we look like now. That made it worse, but it's even. So I need to go in again. But I think going in again will buckle that piece back to the way it was. Let me try a little something.
I had seen this person.
Oh, well, you about to see some coolness. Well, shoot, since you're here, come grab this hook and pull it. See that hook right there?
Uh-huh.
Grab that and pull it. Go ahead. All right, that's good, that's good. So let's see if this works. Not so much, it's just kind of torquing it in. Well, now at this point, am I just nitpicking? Am I just nitpicking because that's pretty good. I would like for it to be just like the other side. Nah, it's about the same as it was before. You tell me, is that an improvement? I decided to take a break right there. I can order new parts and compare the mount points on the new parts to the parts on the car and see if everything is aligned properly and adjust as needed. In the next video, I'm going to try and tear apart the turbo to see if I can replace the seals. If you would like to follow along, hit subscribe. If you'd like to see how I acquired this car, check the playlist. Thanks for watching. Take care.